Hello and welcome to the Supercast. I'm your host, Superintendent Anthony Godfrey. Teacher Appreciation Week is an opportunity for everyone to honor educators for their dedication to a job that changes lives. On this special Teacher Appreciation Week episode of the Supercast, we find out what it takes to be a teacher with an inside look at the district's teacher education program offered at JATC South in Riverton. We're here with Brenda Straley, the teacher in the teacher education program at JATC South. Thanks for taking the time.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Godfrey. Thank you for coming in.
Tell us about this program. Many people may not realize that we have a teacher education program for students who want to be teachers.
Yeah, so we've had this program for, 14 or 15 years now, and I've been doing it for 13. And essentially, we started out with the idea that we needed paraeducators. And I think Todd Kornberg was the one that originally started this. And then we slowly moved into really focusing on being special ed and general ed teachers, because obviously we see a need in our district and across the nation for teachers. And one of the focuses for this program is that hands-on ability to see things hands-on. I really feel like if we had this switch of 80% of our time was spent working with a mentor teacher and 20% in the classroom learning things, then we'd be able to have teacher retention and be able to have those real opportunities to learn the things that are going to happen in your classroom, because most teachers leave because of behavior management and they don't learn that. The being in the practicums 2 days a week is an important part of this program, where they get that hands-on learning and they work with a mentor teacher and are able to really see what it's all about. We have Introduction to Education, Ed 1010, which is an introductory course that all colleges require of students. FHS 1500 is a 3-credit class, and that's Human Growth and Development. And then SPED 1000, which is through Utah State University, and that is combined with the practicum, learning about special education, working with kids with disabilities. Wow.
What a great start for kids who are interested in teaching. And I love that they have that opportunity while they are still students. Do you think they look at their teachers differently as they're going through this program?
They do. Some of my favorite comments are when I teach them about proximity control, yeah. And the teachers in their class will go around and stand by them as they're not paying attention, and then they look at their teacher and say, "I know what you're doing. It's called proximity control." Sorry, teachers, that was me.
Secrets out.
But yeah, they definitely look at their classes differently, and they have more compassion for their teachers because they see what goes into being an educator, and they see how hard that teacher works and how much time they put into a lesson plan.
Teachers are taken for granted. There's no question about that. And so for students to have that experience and to really see things from the other side, I wonder if every student ought to do a little bit of that so they can appreciate their teachers a little bit more.
I think that's a good idea.
Tell me, what draws students to the program? What do you find makes them want to be teachers as you talk with them?
Gosh, that's a really good question. I think what they want to change the world. They come in with this idea of they want to make a difference in kids' lives. And across the board, that's what it's about. And sometimes they come in because a teacher made a difference for them. Sometimes they came in because they didn't have a teacher that made a difference for them. And I talk about that myself, and I say, I got into teaching because I was that student, and I didn't feel like I had a teacher who really understood me, liked me very much, and I was like, I'm going to do something different. I really love high schoolers. I think they're the most amazing humans, and so I see kids getting into education either wanting to make a difference or, just being somebody that is there for students.
Lots of great reasons to become a teacher. And to have them reflecting on that at this age is just really exciting. What do you find that students think is most challenging about being a teacher when they first start?
I think they're nervous about being in the classroom, and behavior management is probably a big one. Being able to prevent the behavior. So I talk a lot about that as like, we don't want to manage our restaurant. You know, we want to manage our restaurant. We want to manage things. We don't want to we want to make sure we prevent things from happening. And that's always really hard for students and also that balance of wanting to be liked by the students. It's important for a lot of future teachers.
I remember being a student teacher. I was not much older than the high school students that I was teaching.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And my cooperating teacher that I was teaching under and learning from, my mentor teacher, was at the end of her career. And so I was just starting out, and it was really strange to teach students that were just a few years younger than me. Do the students in your class teach all grades, or do they mostly focus on elementary to start? Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so mostly preschool to ninth grade. They often want to go into the high school, and I'm like, you guys already know what it's like to be in high school. Right. I'm pretty sure that we can just have you in the, elementary. And so what I do is I make them, the practicum that they do is whatever they want. So it's their comfort zone. For some reason, everyone wants to be a second grade teacher. I don't know. So they all go to second grade, and then they're like, okay, now it's time to shake it up. Now I want you to go outside of your comfort zone, and you're going to do something that you are not excited about doing or you're afraid to do. And that's where growth happens. So then that usually is middle school. Bless those middle school teachers. And they do middle school, and they either decide they love it or they hate it. And then I encourage them to go into a special education classroom, so that they have experience with working with kids with disabilities. And I let them know as well that any class you're in, you're going to have many students with disabilities in your class. So you might think you don't, but you do. Those indivisible disabilities. So. And
helping them understand that being a teacher means focusing on the needs of each individual students in class is a really great message for them.
Absolutely.
What would you say to students who are considering being part of this program?
Absolutely do it. Even if you don't want to be a teacher, you can find out if you do or don't, and that's just as exciting to me as, if somebody comes in my program and they're like, I want to be a teacher, and then by the time they're done they don't. That's just as exciting. That's really important, and that's what we're here for at JATC. That's what we're here for in CTE and career development, is to give students opportunities to try on different hats and see what's going to work for them, because the only way you're going to know is if you try it. We have so many great programs that you can just kind of try one on.
And I think that's a great point. Maybe you join this program and find out you want to be a teacher, or you find out that you didn't want to teach second grade after all, and you do want to teach a different grade. I loved teaching 8th grade myself. Or you find out that it's not for you, and finding out it's not for you, like you said, gives you different perspective on other careers you might consider, and you learn something about yourself no matter what.
Absolutely.
Well, I love that you're doing this program. We love our teachers, and I love that you're helping us find even more among our own students. And this is a great start for them to be on the path to a wonderful career and a rewarding career as a teacher. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you, Dr. Godfrey. This is a great program, and I just really I feel it's an honor to be able to teach and do this program.
Do you simply love learning online? We can't wait to have you join the amazing teachers in our brand new Jordan Virtual Learning Academy. In Jordan Virtual Learning Academy schools, we offer innovative, fun, and flexible online learning with daily real-time instruction from teachers. Enrollment is currently open for all K-12 students in Utah. Start on the path to personalized virtual learning success now at connect.jordandistrict.org. That's connect.jordandistrict.org.
We're here with students from the Teacher Education Program at JATC South. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Brooklyn Nielsen.
I'm Jacqueline Willard.
I'm Bodie Carlson.
Tell me, why are you taking this class?
I have a passion for social studies. I always knew I wanted to do something in that field, and my mom wants to be a teacher too, so we both have kind of decided to go down this path together.
So your mom is pursuing a career in education also. And what does she want to teach?
The same thing. She's going to USU online, and she's really close to finishing her degree, so it's been really cool to see her do that.
So she's a little bit ahead of you.
Yeah, definitely.
That's good. She's forging a path. You can learn a lot from her, get some materials from her. Awesome. Why did you decide to take this class?
I decided to take it because I really wanted to just broaden my spectrum and really understand what teaching is and what it's like to be in the education system. And it's given me the opportunity through practicum and interviewing with other teachers, and it's been really great.
And what are some of the things that you've learned being in this program?
I've learned that teaching is not as easy as it sounds, and there's a lot more than it looks. Teachers really dedicate their lives and their well-being to the students, and I think that's very important to consider.
What is it that you want to teach?
I want to be an elementary teacher, 5th grade probably.
Great. And tell me why you decided to join the program.
So originally I applied to the school that has the class with the goal of going to computer programming. But I applied for teachers ed as well as a backup because I always like helping people. That's always something I've loved doing throughout my entire life. So I didn't get computer programming, but I did get this class. And so over the course of it, I've grown a lot more passionate about helping out kids with their education and being able to be there for them and be a facilitator, and also to help know that they're cared for and have a space to learn.
What are some things that you learned that maybe surprised you?
I guess I learned that both that maybe teachers deserve a little bit better, but also that teachers have a lot more than I thought too. It's like both those things at the same time, because I know that teachers have a lot more skills that they learn than I originally thought, and that they have a lot more things to do, and that so they have a lot more ways to connect with students and to be able to give them what they need in order to succeed in the class.
And what do you want to teach?
I'm kind of split between a lot of things right now, but it's right now if I go into high school, it would either be chemistry or astronomy. And if it's special ed, it would probably be elementary, maybe like something like severe special ed for like 6th grade, which is where I'm volunteering right now actually.
So you have a wide range of options ahead of you.
Yeah, I do.
Now, many people may not realize that there's a competitive aspect to being in this program. There are state and national competitions, and you guys are participating at the national level. So tell me about that.
I competed in the division called Creative Lecture, and it's like public speaking, but it's supposed to be around like a TED Talk type of style. And I chose that because I feel like I'm really good at kind of talking to people. Like, I'm not good at reciting off like a memorized speech. And so I thought that would be better for me because I'm really good at like talking and explaining myself through. And so that's the division I chose, and I think it turned out really, really well. And
you're going to nationals.
Yeah, I'm going to nationals, so I think I did a good job picking a division.
What's your topic?
It was on what schools can do to help kids struggling from the pandemic. So like helping kids with their social and emotional health.
And what category did you compete in?
I competed in children's literature pre through K. So I was the illustrator of the book. My friend Abby, she wrote the book, and it was just very, very fun going through and finding. So we titled our book "Careers in the Alphabet," and we wanted to really talk about that. Even though it's a pre through K book, we wanted to like start broadening children's spectrums, like about what's in the world, what you can accomplish, and what you can go through. There's a lot of jobs and there's a lot of opportunities that are misrepresented and not really talked about in schools. I think it's important that kids are exposed to lots of different careers and lots of different things so they can really feel passionate about what they're doing.
Is being an illustrator something that you want to do long term?
An illustrator would be a very good job, yeah. I really do enjoy art.
What category did you compete in?
So I competed in exploring support services careers. So I had to job shadow someone who does an essential teacher support service for students in the school. So I did an SLP at a preschool.
Oh yeah.
Who helps out with children who struggle with pronouncing certain parts of words.
And what did you learn through that experience?
Oh, I learned a lot. I learned that it's really, really fun. I learned that a lot of people in support services, especially in schools, have a much more flexible schedule and curriculum that they have to teach, and that they get a lot of support from the school to do what they need to do.
Yeah. Well, great. Well, congratulations on making nationals, and good luck back in D.C.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me your names.
I'm Kylie Payne.
Aubrey Moody.
I'm Callie Dahl.
I'm Mark Helge.
I'm Eleanor White.
What makes each of you want to be a teacher?
I really like people paying attention to me. I think it's really funny. But also, I want to see myself making a difference in the world.
My idea actually came from when I was a little kid. My mom was a preschool teacher, and that really kind of little kids think, oh, I want to be just like mom, just like dad or whoever. And but as I grew older and saw more examples of the impact teachers can have on students, and just even the impact that they have on their students' learning, I really want to do that because I think education is really important for kids. I want them to understand that it not only is important, but it can be fun. It doesn't just have to be, here, we're going to sit at this desk and we're going to take the notes and just move on.
So I've always wanted to be a teacher. When I was little, I wanted to because I love bossing people around. But so ever since 4th grade, I had a really inspirational teacher who taught me to be myself and how to inspire others. And so just ever since then, I've been so inspired by her, and I've wanted to be a teacher just like her who can just help shape the students of our future.
I actually didn't want to be a teacher until about 10th grade because I always liked the idea of being a veterinarian. And then I had somebody tell me, you're really patient with people, and I think you'd be a really good teacher. And then I started thinking about it, and then the aspect of changing a child's life really pushed me over to want to be a teacher.
Both of my parents are teachers, and I saw that, how much they learned from the students and how much they taught the students and made an impact, and how, my mom was having, students from, I don't know, however many years ago, contact her and be like, hey, I'm getting married, you should come. And so, just, the connection, in building with the students, I wanted that and making an impact.
You've all hit on really important and rewarding aspects of being a teacher, especially having everyone pay attention to you. That's key. I'm really excited that you want to be teachers, and you're all hired right now on the spot. So that's exciting for me that I just recruited 5 more teachers. So tell me about competition. I did not realize until a few years ago that there were teacher competitions. Tell me what category you competed in, and a little bit about that.
So I was competing in lesson delivery and lesson planning and delivery, and I taught a lesson about how to crochet. I got 3rd place, which is kind of cool, but it was really fun and really eye-opening, just to see the learning process of something I've been doing for the past 12 years, just being able to see people starting out, and I didn't win, but that's okay because I think that the process of it was really cool.
And that's really the trick of it, is helping someone else get good at something you're already good at.
Yeah.
So my competition was researching learning challenges. So this one was it was a partnership. So my partner was Braxton Cook, but he's not here right now. And what we did is we went and we researched. The topic this year was visual impairment and the challenges they have with learning and just in general, but also what could we do to help make it better, what are some possible solutions. And we ended up getting 2nd place, and that was pretty exciting.
Congratulations.
Alright, so one thing I just want to say is I had no idea Educators Rising was even a thing until being here at JATC South, and I want more people to know about it because it was really an amazing opportunity to just better develop my skills. So I did public speaking, and I kind of talked about in my speech just the achievement gap between white, black, Hispanic, and low-income students, and just how schools and teachers can just improve equality within schools, especially after the challenges that came from virtual learning. And just doing all of that research really opened up my eyes to a lot of things that I hadn't recognized within teaching, and it also just bettered my personal philosophy about teaching.
So I also did public speaking, and the topic this year was what is like it had a big citation where it was like this is the gaps that people have had between white and black income learning and Hispanic and low income learning through virtual schooling, and our task was to come up with solutions as to what we could do to fix that. And I had a few I loved researching about different solutions and different things that people have done and kind of implementing them into my own. And then I made sure to mention, the issues with school funding, because none of this would be possible without teachers. And so I think out of my whole speech, that was something that I loved so much, was being able to tell the judges, this school funding is such a big thing that nobody really ever tends to realize unless you're in education. Sure. So, and I didn't place, which is totally fine. As long as I got my message across, I'm fine.
But you learned a lot.
I did. I learned a ton.
So I was I wrote a children's book with a partner named Gracie Lucius. She's not here right now also. But we wrote a kindergarten through third grade children's book called Alphabet Animal Party, and our focus was kind of it was ABC, so we had a different animal for each letter of the alphabet, and they were all coming together to create a party for their best friend. And we just wanted to kind of put across the message that it doesn't matter who you are, where you came from, but coming together and creating something for a friend can bring unity.
Great message and a great experience.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah. Well, you're all fabulous. I'm so impressed, and it's been a real pleasure talking with you, and good luck in your career. I look forward to seeing you in just a few years.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks again for joining us on the Supercast. Remember, education is the most important thing you'll do today. We'll see you out there.